We Have Demons comic review. Just finished reading it yesterday. And I have some thoughts. I liked it. It was good. Tad bit underwhelmed, I would say. I feel like it's just too short. Not enough time to really develop anything. Essentially, it's this character. I forget her name already. I think it's like Lori, Laura. I just finished reading this book yesterday. How did I forget her name already? Liam, right? Liam. Yeah, Liam is a demon killer. Her dad used to be a demon killer. I'm not gonna get into the weeds of the whole thing of the halo and the light and the dark. All you know is it has to do with faith. There's a lot of faith. This book says faith at least 200 times in it. It has a very its definition of faith is very broad. It's not really specific to a religion. It's just have faith in what exactly. You don't really know. You don't really know. Just have faith. That's a very, very common theme. Have faith. So she's hunting demons. Her dad used to be a demon hunter. She's joined this like task force demon hunting team, and I think probably my biggest criticism or complaint about the book is you don't really have a sense of time. It jumps back and forth. The issue starts off with the present, and it gives you a backstory of a character. And in the second half of the book, she joins the team, and like the opening, like I believe it's like, let's see if I can find this. All right, around the halfway point, she gets training from her team that the dad was a part of. Yeah. See, so on chapter 4, the whole team is training her to, to use her halo, right? They're training her, la di da, and then when you get to like chapter 8, she's leading the team. She's giving the team commands and directions and telling the team, all right, you go here, you go here. And I don't know if I didn't read something correctly, but between chapter 4 and that chapter, it was only been like a couple days or a couple weeks. Not even. I don't even know. I think it's been. I don't think much time has passed at all. So within a very short span of time, she's getting trained by the team to like giving the team orders, which is like, what? You just started this team. What are we talking about here? Again, maybe I misread something, but that's kind of the what I got from it. Obviously the writer is Scott Snyder, legendary writer, legendary artist Greg Capullo, legendary duo. They can never do anything wrong. I've never read anything from these guys that I've didn't like, and so I'm not saying I don't like this book. I liked it, just a bit underwhelming. Even the art itself, I think the art is fine actually, but I'm just not. I think the colorist is different. I believe usually he goes with like FC something, like FC whatever, that guy. That's usually his colorist, and I feel like that the colorist he's a bit more gritty kind of. This colorist is very shiny. I can't explain it. Like there's like some weird like shine filter. Let me see if it's like a good example I can use. Everything just looks very shiny and very polished, and I don't really think that's like a Greg Capullo issue. I think that's more of a colorist issue. It's a new colorist, and again, it's not bad. It's just different than what I'm used to. I don't know if you can really see what I'm saying, but everything is just a bit more shiny than usual. Especially like the faces. The faces are just way more polished than what I'm used to when it comes to Greg Capullo art. And again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a different thing, something I'm not used to. I was actually going through the new Wolverine issue that Greg Capullo drew, and I believe his OG colorist was back on that. And it was kind of back to more like kind of gritty and more flat coloring, and I do like that. I prefer that more. Not that this is bad or anything, just I prefer that version more. Yeah, and I just feel like the book is too short. It's just 3 issues. You might think, oh, this is a pretty thick read. Not really at all, because like the book is only like 60% of this. The book really ends like right here. This is the book. The rest is behind the scenes covers and scripts. And don't get me wrong, I love all this behind the scenes stuff. You got the script, the original script was included. What is this? Like, oh yeah, look at that. Inks, Greg Capullo. Who inked this? Jonathan Glapion. He's like Greg Capullo's main inker. What else you got? You got these all just like textless panels. Like this is great. Like I love that Snyder and Capullo got some pencils right here. I love that Snyder and Capullo added all these. But don't be deceived that this is the whole story, because it's not. Like 40% of it is just behind the scenes stuff. Um, so yeah, I feel like this issue could have benefited from a couple more issues. It's very fast. The first issue pretty much just sets up the main character. The second issue sets up her friend. The third issue is just kind of a big climax, and everything just feels kind of rushed. Um, it would have benefited from maybe 6 issues, or hopefully this has a sequel and we can go on a new adventure, because I feel like by the time you kind of get used to the characters and the dynamics between the group and her and her friend, by the time you kind of get introduced to everything and you're kind of like, now I'm enjoying the story, now I'm kind of going for the ride, it's over, the story is done. It's a good introductory story. I just hope they do more with it down the line, because just by itself, standalone, these 3 issues, it was good. It's just not great. I don't think this is up to Capullo and Snyder's top tier standards that I kind of hold them at, because they've given us great stuff before, right? And it's really nice to see them come back. This came out in 2021, 2022, I believe. They haven't done work. I guess before that it was like 2019 with Last Night on Earth, and then obviously the Batman run ended in 2016. So it does seem like every 3-4 years they kind of team up back together, because they know when they team up it's gonna sell. Obviously it's gonna sell. I don't know if Capullo will do another book with Snyder anytime soon, though, just because he's busy doing stuff with Marvel. He's still working on his Creech stuff. Creatures is something that I do want to get into. It's very interesting to see, because like each Creech book is like a different era of Capullo, and I haven't read any of them, but I know one came out in the 90s, 2000s, and this new one will come out 2020 sometime. And I'm excited to read those. But yeah, I don't know if Capullo and Snyder will do another one of these. I hope they do, or just something different in general. I don't know, but just to sum it up, it's a good read. It's a fun read. It's a very quick read, um, and just when you start to like the characters, when you start to get used to the characters, the story's over, which is a bit disappointing. But what it's not disappointing though is all these behind the scenes stuff. I really wish more comics would have this insane amount of behind the scenes stuff. You got all these alternate covers, an insane amount of alternate covers. Like, this is really cool. From some top tier artists too, which is great. Um, yeah, most like you don't really see trade paperbacks with this much behind the scenes stuff, and I wonder if like Snyder Capullo was like, oh wait, this story's like really short. How do we fill up a trade paperback? Let's throw a bunch of stuff in it, which is nice. It's good. But overall, I just wish there was more issues. That's pretty much it. I'd probably give this book like a 7 out of 10. It's fun. It's a good one-time read. I don't really see myself coming back to it. Maybe if there's We Have Demons 2, I'll read it to get refreshed. It's fun. It's quick. It's a solid read, and I would recommend it.